Have you ever heard of a king who was just a puppet on a string? Today, we're diving into the dramatic story of Farrukhsiyar, the Mughal emperor, whose reign perfectly shows how the mighty Mughal empire started to crumble from within. This isn't just a history lesson. It's a tale of ambition, betrayal, and power plays that would make a great TV show. So, picture this. 1713. The Mughal throne is up for grabs, and Farrukhsiyar defeats his own uncle, Kandar Shah, to become the new emperor. But here's the twist. He didn't do it alone. He had some serious help from two incredibly powerful nobles, known in history as the Syed brothers. They were the kingmakers, the real power behind the throne. They put Farrukhsiyar on that magnificent seat, but they kept the strings firmly in their hands. Imagine being an emperor but having no real power. That was Farrukhsiyar's reality. While he wore the crown and lived in the palace, the Syed brothers were the ones calling all the shots. They appointed ministers, commanded the army, and made every important decision. Farrukhsiyar was a ruler in name only, completely dependent on his powerful patrons. This is exactly why historians call him the puppet emperor. He had the title, but the Syed brothers had the control. During his 6-year reign, things went from bad to worse for the Mughal Empire. With a weak ruler at the center, the empire started to fray at the edges. Governors in faraway provinces saw their chance and began acting like independent kings. They stopped sending money to the capital and ruled their lands as they pleased. Back in the heart of the empire, law and order collapsed. Corruption was everywhere, and the common people suffered. Farrukhsiyar, stuck in his gilded cage, was powerless to stop the decay. The once mighty empire was visibly weakening, day by day. Now let us talk about a decision made during this time that would change the course of Indian history forever. The British East India Company came knocking, looking for trading privileges. Farrukhsiyar, likely advised by his handlers, granted them a farman or royal decree. This gave them significant trade advantages, including the right to trade in Bengal without paying taxes. At the time, it probably seemed like a small, harmless concession to a group of foreign merchants. But this small step was a giant leap for the British. It gave them a crucial foothold that they would later use to expand their influence and eventually colonize the entire subcontinent. It was a classic case of a seemingly minor decision having massive, unforeseen consequences. Eventually, Farrukhsiyar got tired of being a puppet. He realized the Syed brothers had him completely cornered and started plotting to get his power back. He wanted to be a real emperor, not just a figurehead. He tried to rally support and push back against his powerful backers. But it was too little, too late. The Syed brothers were always one step ahead. They had the armies, the allies, and the political cunning. The final act of this tragedy came in 1719. The Syed brothers, seeing Farrukhsiyar as a threat they could no longer control, decided to end the show. They had him arrested, dragged from his throne, and blinded. A short while later, he was killed. Host, like that the emperor they had created, was destroyed by their own hands. It was a brutal and shocking end, sending a clear message to everyone. The nobles, not the emperor, were now in charge. Farrukhsiyar's short and tragic reign is a pivotal moment in Mughal history. It marks the point of no return, where the emperor's authority became so weak that powerful nobles could openly make and break kings. He is remembered not for any great achievements, but as a symbol of the decay and political rot that had set into the Mughal Empire. His story serves as a powerful reminder that a crown doesn't always mean power, and that even the mightiest empires can fall, not just from outside invaders, but from a collapse within. What do you think? Was Farrukhsiyar a victim of circumstance, or could he have done more to assert his authority? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales from history. See you in the next video.